And you said it's your favorite holiday. Are you going to make turkey?
We are making turkey, stuffing, and all the fixings. I think it's pretty traditional, actually. But yeah, roasted turkey and some squash. And
all right, your wife Mandy's gonna have to take a picture of the table and send it to us because your presentation always just absolutely wows us, as I'm sure it will today in the kitchen with your chicken cacciatore.
Well, super. Well, thanks for
saying. What are we gonna do first?
All right, so we trimmed up these legs to make them just a little bit nicer.
Okay.
That's called Frenching. So we just kind of clean the ends of the bones off by cutting the cartilage off.
And I watched you do that. It has some sound effects.
Has a little bit of sound effects.
Explain real quick how you do the process.
But basically, there's a cartilage that goes over the end here and the tendons, and you just basically cut through the cartilage until it's like flat, and then just peel that off and give it a cut. It's really simple, but it does make it just look so much nicer. Okay,
so it's just purely for what it looks like. It doesn't necessarily make it easier to cook with, or
it does make it a little bit easier to eat.
Gives a little handle.
Yeah, and the tendons are actually pulled inside. You're not messing with those.
Okay.
But basically, we're just gonna get some oil. We're gonna get some butter hot in this pan. We're gonna brown the chicken off. We're gonna saute up all the vegetables, and then we're gonna add the wine and the olives. We're gonna pan it up, and we're gonna bake it for about an hour.
Okay, an hour. An hour for this dish. If you still need something to cook or bring to the table this morning, on this Thanksgiving morning here with Chef Jeff from Osteria 166, we're gonna be celebrating all day long today in the kitchen. We're so glad again that you could be here for our Thanksgiving show.
And as well am I.
It's a wonderful tradition here at Winging It Buffalo Style Studio. We're gonna take a break right now, but we will be back here cooking in just a little bit. Things are really sizzling over here in the kitchen for our Thanksgiving cooking segment with Chef Jeff from Osteria 166. Again, it's turkey day, but we're making chicken cacciatore today, and we started with some oil and some butter, I believe?
That's right.
Okay.
And we're going to brown off our chicken.
All right.
With plenty of salt and pepper on it. No lack of seasoning.
Definitely not.
And what we want to do is kind of brown up the skin and get it nice and crispy for the next step. Using a tender there.
And we're making about 4 pieces. How many does this serve at the restaurant?
This would be for 2 at the restaurant. Okay. Probably for 3 or 4 at home. It's a whole chicken, cut up, semi-boneless.
And you have a lot of family-style dinners there.
It's true. It's true. It is one of our fortes. So as that's browning, we're going to finish our vegetable prep. We've got the Spanish onion, julienne.
Okay.
Sweet bell pepper. You could use green or yellow. I just like the look of red.
Does it matter what season you're in, what color pepper that you use? Are they different for different seasons?
No, not anymore. Okay. I mean, the growing seasons, like all over the world now. It's from everywhere. Not that that's the most ideal. When you're locally here, yes. Okay. Green peppers in the early summer, and then as they ripen more. Okay. We've got mushrooms, and I like to have a little difference in texture. The big ones I cut in half, and some I keep whole. Okay. So that's all calculated. If you order a dish like this at a restaurant and they come out looking a little different, you did that on purpose? For me, yeah. I want this to look real rustic. Okay. I want people to know that we paid attention to the things like the bones, but I want it to feel like it's really like farmhouse, you know?
Okay. That's definitely your style.
Some tongs here somewhere.
There you go. Those are the things that always seem to walk. It's like they have legs. Do you notice that in kitchens?
Yes.
Tongs?
Normally the people you're working with has a stack of them down at the other end of the line.
Yeah.
It's always good for an argument.
Kitchen secrets, right?
All right, so we got a little bit of color on these guys here. And we're going to add our veggies.
Are all these veggies going to go into this one dish?
They are.
We got a ton in here. There's going to be a lot of flavors.
And basically, we're just going to cook this to what they call a sweat. Okay. The vegetables start just to wilt a little bit.
You can feel those onions, can't you?
We get our olives in there.
And does it matter what order you put the vegetables in?
Not really. I put the garlic in at the very last because you don't want it to burn. It's like if you burn the garlic, it's going to make the whole dish like very bitter.
Yeah.
All right, and then I'm going to put a little more salt and pepper. And basically, we're going to cook this guy.
What amounts of all of the ingredients did you use? Just for,
so we had 3 bell peppers. Okay, we had 1 onion. Okay. We had about 2 cups of sliced mushrooms. Okay. A cup of the olives. And actually, the recipe's already been submitted to your online there.
It will be online, wingingit.tv today.
And then we're just going to get a little bit of steam in there with our cup of Chianti. if you had a little bit of leftover gravy or stock, it'd be a great place to use it up in this.
Okay.
We're going to put in a couple bay leaves.
Great.
And do our braise. And some thyme.
But really the only thing, that's going to make its own sauce, right?
It's going to make its own sauce, exactly.
Just with a little bit of wine. How much wine?
We put a cup of wine in.
A cup, okay.
And just a little bit of thyme, not too much.
I think our wine expert, Kelly, would think that was a little bit amount. We can ask her later when she comes out for the second helping.
So we get everything into the braising pan. And what you want to do is kind of seal it up so that the moisture stays inside.
Okay.
I don't like to have foil in direct contact with tomato. Oh, I forgot the tomatoes. How about that? I should get some tomatoes in there. We have about a cup and a half of chopped tomatoes.
Can it burn if the tomatoes are too hot and then you put the foil on?
And what happens is there's like an electric reaction, and the foil actually transfer onto the tomato.
Okay.
So I like to leave the paper in between.
So something to watch for if you're cooking with tomatoes. So you just that's just straight tomatoes you chopped them off with?
Yep.
Okay.
Just straight canned tomatoes. And then we get this in the oven.
Now, is chicken cacciatore typically baked, or is this Chef Jeff's original recipe?
It's braised, actually.
Okay.
It's considered braised. So it's a low temperature. And we're doing it under 300 degrees.
Okay.
We have a little time warp.
We love the time warp here. Here, do you want me to grab the oven for you?
That's
I just get entertained and watch you the whole time, and you're working like a dog in here in the kitchen.
Nah.
I can't wait to see how it turns out, though.
All right, so we have our braised chicken cacciatore right here.
I have a feeling it's gonna, look at that, beautiful. Look at those colors in there.
I've got a platter here for it.
And how long, remind everyone again, how long?
This is only actually about an hour, to be honest.
Oh, that's not bad.
At about 275.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit longer. You'll see the bones starting to pull back.
Yeah.
You'll know that it's done.
And is this one of those things that you kind of can smell when it's done too?
Absolutely. It's actually one of Julia Child's biggest things is, you can tell when something's done when it actually smells like it's done.
Yep.
And I think that's great advice.
You cook with all 5 senses, right?
Absolutely. And I eat with all 5 as well.
You're going to be eating a lot of turkey today with your family, right, Chef Jeff?
That's right. Okay, I'm going to try to get it presented for you here real quick.
And we do want to take a moment to wish the entire Osteria 166 family a very happy Thanksgiving on this Thanksgiving morning here on Winging It Buffalo Style. The Patillos and everyone else who, the regulars, why not? Everybody,
Absolutely.
Right?
And our staff.
And the staff, the wonderful, friendly staff. All right, Chef Jeff, you've done as well as always, and we're not done yet on this Thanksgiving morning. Save that appetite because we have a second helping coming up in just a little bit. Time for a very special Thanksgiving edition of Second Helpings. Now we have Chef Jeff in the kitchen today from Osteria 166. One more time, happy Thanksgiving to you.
And to you as well.
Thank you for showing us how to make your delicious chicken cacciatore dish today. Remind everyone real quick, what kind of ingredients went into this? And it looks and tastes delicious so far.
Well, we've got some canned diced tomatoes. We've got some fresh red bell pepper, Spanish onion, garlic, thyme, bay leaf, some Chianti wine, and then a whole chicken, of course.
All right, and of course a whole chicken. You just throw that in at the end. All right, and for the second helping, you turned into a pasta dish.
Yeah, so what we did was we made some fresh pasta, and we put the strips in here, and we simmered it in the braise, and then we're waiting for it to kind of thicken up with a little bit of tomato paste.
Okay.
And we took the leftover chicken, and we pulled it off the bone, and we put it in here, and it's making quite a nice little leftover dish.
Absolutely.
And add a little cheese in it when we're making it.
And of course on Thanksgiving, we always think ahead to the season to come. We're thinking about the holidays, and you have a lot coming up at Osteria 166.
We certainly do. A lot of holiday parties, a lot of holiday meals, and we're looking forward to seeing everyone.
And
we don't
what goes perfectly with a holiday party then? Some drinks?
We don't want to interrupt or anything, but Kelly and I have already started the celebration. We have a little wine and...
Jeff's been working hard in here. I think he deserves it. Of course, we like to see what kind of wine he brings. But what is the spirit, the after dinner drink that you brought us?
This is an Amaro. Amari, which is plural for Amaro, are becoming really, really popular. This is a great starter Amaro, and it's a really good thing to have after your Thanksgiving meal today. It's a great thing to enjoy that kind of helps settle your stomach. It's a traditional Italian digestive, so it'll go wonderfully after this or after your Thanksgiving meal.
So I have to say, I think this is the first time we've had a second helping in the kitchen and also a second helping from one of our other segments.
Well, it is like the official second helping day on Thanksgiving. I'm not even able to go home and eat Thanksgiving dinner after all of this deliciousness.
It's okay to overdo it today.
This is the day. And Kelly, you also do a lot of work over at Osteria 166, right?
Yeah. No, actually, we're really good partners, and it's always fun to hang out there. So I enjoy spending time there a lot.
All right, well, in honor of Thanksgiving, why don't we go down the line real quick and say what we're thankful for. It's a great way to end the show. Let's start with you, Chef Jeff.
Well, I am thankful for all the wonderful people that support me in my life.
I'm also thankful for that. I'm thankful for my parents and my family, thankful for my job here, and I'm thankful for the Sabres and the Bills and the Syracuse Orange.
Obviously, I'm thankful for my friends and family, but today I'm thankful for food and good drinks.
Well, I'm always thankful for food and good drinks, but I'm also especially thankful for my children. And if I didn't say that, I mean, I would look like a lunatic. So I'm obviously very thankful for my children.
All right, well, this
Three growing young men in Kelly's household, right?
Strapping
Of course.
boys.
Are you going to be making them turkey today?
Yep. It's the most important day of the year for
And will
us.
they eat it? Do they like it?
Oh, yeah, and if they don't, they're going to fake it.
You're like, they're teenage boys, they'll eat anything.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for coming in. This has been the perfect day to celebrate all the things we're
I
thankful
feel like we need a group hug for Thanksgiving. All right, happy Thanksgiving. We'll be back here tomorrow for an all-new Black Friday show. You're watching Winging It Buffalo Style.